Thanks for the thumbs up. Don't be scared. Come on in the room. Well, it is June the 24th, 2026. As you can see, it is a bright and sunshiny day here in Brazos County, Texas. It is 96 degrees and it feels like hell outside. That's right. It feels like I am in hell. So I must say that I am quite pleased that it has held off this long getting hot. But at the same time, it's going to be a rough one. That's for sure. But we're going to do what we do and make it through it. I don't see no chat. That's weird. I don't know where the chat went. But I don't see anybody. I might need to start the damn thing over. It ain't no fun if I can't see chat. What the fuck? What the hell's going on here? Damn thing. Well, there we are. Now I can see you all. Whoo, my fat ass is hot, sweaty, got my hair pulled back in a ponytail, looking rough as fuck. But that's okay. That is quite all right. I've never been the one to say that I was drop dead gorgeous anyway. Nope. I learned a long time ago, you don't compliment yourself. You let somebody else do it. Hey, Ken, good to see you. Carla, rising up. Happy in Montana. How are you doing? It's always a pleasure to see you as well. Ooh, man, I tell you, it's been a whole lot of shaking and moving going on out there. Way out there. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, please. Don't be chitchy with it. Sorry, I might kick myself out of here every now and again because I haven't done, like, it's been, what, a week or so since I've done a drive video? Maybe 2. I don't know how long it's been. But I feel like I'm a rookie. Hey, Beth. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, there's been just a, hey, Raditha. It's just been a lot of bullshit going on in and around the YouTubes. And I catch what I can and don't worry about what I can't. But I think it is quite interesting that this bitch almost came in my lane. I don't know why these motherfuckers always do this stupid shit. They piss me off with their fucking driving around here. Idiots. Sorry. My bad. Just a little bit of road rage. Just a tad. But I'm working on that. I'm in therapy now for my road rage. I had somebody tell me that my road rage was just awful. And that I needed help. So I said, okay, fine. And I mean, shit, everybody says I'm a lunatic, so hell, why not? I'll go to therapy. I don't give a fuck. Cluckers, you know, I have, excuse me, no, not roid rage. Hell, my body'd be a lot hotter than what it is. That's for sure. Don't even get me started to cracking jokes. Excuse me. But no, definitely not roid rage. But I drove in New York City and they had no concept of driving lanes. Like those people went wherever the hell they wanted to go. Hey, Payne. And so I just look, if you can drive in New York City, you can drive anywhere. The Red Apple Tour bus, you'll never look at them the same because they will run your ass, slap the fuck over. They don't give a shit. They just don't give a shit. They're bigger than you. Oh, she's a therapist and a psychiatrist? Right on. She can prescribe the drugs. Oh, and the other day I heard somebody was saying something about, doesn't she do Adderall? Yeah. I've taken the same dose of Adderall. Oh, it was Jim saying that I run out of my prescribed drugs and get them off the street. No, bitch. I ain't bought shit off the street, and I couldn't tell you when. I don't have to do that. Hey, Skippy Root. Now, if y'all want to go to the damn weed store with me, we can go to the weed store. And I just came from Walgreens picking up my prescription. But guess what? My prescription was supposed to be filled 7 days ago. And I still have one in my old prescription bottle left. So what does that tell you? It tells you that I take them as prescribed or I take less than prescribed. So there's a big difference there. I don't crush mine and snort them. I know somebody probably does, since they were talking about medications going over state lines and stuff. I mean, who really sends the stuff in the mail? Go, Ken. What the heck? Are you serious? That's awesome. That is awesome. I don't know how you do it, because I don't know that I'd be able to. I'm just saying. I could. If I had to, I could. But my issue is I don't have to. So I figure, why not? What I do in the confines of my own home is my business. Beth, you have a very good point there. I mean, dude does. Look, there have been multiple people that have heard him while he is live. Sounds like cutting something up and then taking big old snorts. Big old toots. Like that of it. Yeah, then he gets all like wound up. Like, yeah. Probably a little bipolar there. Pretty cool, Ken. Have you gotten to the point where things taste different? Hey, Dave, good to see you. Because that was the one thing. Because, I mean, I've quit smoking in the past. I quit for 3 years at one point. But you get to a point, I don't know, it was probably 4 to 6 weeks for me where things really started tasting different. It's the same thing when I quit smoking cigarettes. You know, you get a few weeks under your belt and, yeah, you can start really smelling things again. And food tastes different. Yeah, Payne. Absolutely. Well, you know, people say all the time, oh, shit. Absolutely I am. If you can tell me how to get a check for it, please help a sister out. I'd love to get a check for being crazy. I mean, that's like my dream job, you know? Get paid to be myself. That'd be awesome. Far-fetched, though, because they don't want to give me no check. But I'd try again. I know, Carmela, right? Hey, look, give me a check and then let me go away to one of them schwanky hospitals like once every few years for vacation. Hell yeah, sign me up. As long as I'm not slobbering on myself and I don't have to worry about some crazy lunatic trying to like gouge my eyeballs out and eat my face off, like I'm good. I'm good. I mean, hell, look at the people I've had to deal with on YouTube. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Raditha. I forgot I'm on unemployment. Damn, I should have cobraed my benefits. Ain't that some shit? But I forgot that too. It's so funny that, oh, holy shit, Beth. That's crazy. It's so funny to me, though, that there's so many people out there that think they know my business better than I know my business. Very interesting. And I don't know how I heard Jim say the other day that laying pipe told him that I was on unemployment or workers' comp or something. I'm like, what the fuck? How would laying pipe know anything? I didn't talk to him. Hey, sister from another mister. Hey, Donnie, how are you doing? Tell your lovely wife I said hello. I hope she's doing well. But yeah, I heard that shit. I started laughing. I was like, shit, I wish I was on unemployment. Get back some of that money I paid in. Hey, Lil Maine, how are you? Because God knows, over the years I've worked, I've paid enough of that shit in. And who the fuck is Jim Terry to be talking about my work or anything, my benefit, anything? Where do you work, Jim? Do you work for a lawn care service? Did you get paid cash to work at? You said something about your tax dollars paying for something the other day, and I don't think you've paid taxes, have you? Not according to your brother. I mean, he said it, not me. I mean, I've probably said it before, but who knows? Who knows? Not that I really care, because I've said all along, you know, that's not my style. No, that's not my style. Because I know eventually karma's going to serve what you deserve. I just hope I'm around to see it. That's all. And I know that the fight that they're having right now it's just a huge play. There have been little things that have been put out there for them. And the way that they have responded tells the whole truth. It's just, I believe, this is just my belief. I believe that they're doing it so under the guise of this whole ordeal, they can change ownership of some things. And I'll leave it at that. But for those of us that have been around for a while, we know the real deal. And probably have it documented. Hey, American Honey, how are you doing? I promise I'm not going to attack you for saying Ambi is beautiful. Some people just can't handle it, I guess. You know, but you would think that before one goes off on some kind of rant like that, they would make sure that they're not talking to the fucking drug dealer from the night before. I just wanted to check on him and see how he was from the night before. And then hear the girl playing and say to him, well, I don't do that stuff. I don't do that. But I can take this to him. Like, seriously? Like, everybody doesn't know. And then, on top of that, he's like, she wants to start dropping stuff. Well, guess what, bitch? I got shit too. If you're too dumb to realize that somebody played us against each other back then, that's not my problem. Because I can tell you what I got. And what I got doesn't make you look good at all. So, and a person can't very well have phone sex with someone when they don't talk to them on the phone. The only thing I knew about is the fact that Sketchy was Weedleby. I didn't know anything about her husband being a fucking chomo. Didn't know a fucking thing. I think that was pretty obvious by the show that I showed the other night with Bumble on panel, but I mean, seriously? But hey, that was your best friend, not mine. And she's like, oh my God, you're not gonna fucking be delusional on here and lie about me. Bitch, I haven't lied about you. That's the thing. I don't have to chop shit up. I don't have to do that. I can put it out there just like it is. And I mean, hell, before I made the comment about your boyfriend being a junkie, I was wonderful. And you were so glad that we had come so far. And so was I. And I had no intentions of shitting all over you like you've done me repeatedly. And I don't know when you think you were gone for 6 months, because bitch, you ain't never been gone from YouTube. You're just under one of them fucking alt accounts that you have. Yeah, don't think we don't know. Because we do. And that's not paranoid delusions either. That's just plain truth. Like you said up there the other day on Eric's and admitted that you lied. But you want to make everybody think that I'm the liar? Bitch, please. Please. Try harder. And you know, I've really thought about this a lot, because she said, you know what, Watcher? You and Bumble, y'all are worse than Jim. No. You know who's worse than Jim, Betty? Or probably, I'm not going to say worse. I'm not going to say that, because I think Jim's about as bad as it gets. But Betty, you're right up there with him, because you are the one that looked people's information up. You are the one that's passed that shit around. You've admitted it. I didn't try to do that. Like, I've already shown in text messages where you've given me people's information. That's right, William. You're absolutely correct. I'm sorry, but I'm on live right now. Please don't call. Thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, I sit back and I think about, you know, all the information that has exchanged hands over the years. And then there's one person that says, yeah, I've looked people up. I wanted to. So what? I'm good at it. Like, there you go. Hey, Woodchuck. Chuck. Hey, Crumel. Good to see you. Free side, the best side. So, and people that know me know, I don't fucking do this shit for no reason. Like, I don't just fucking turn around and put shit out there like that for no reason. And you know, Betty, if it weren't for you and your little dope fiend boyfriend, we wouldn't even be doing this back and forth shit right now. But you guys couldn't handle the fact that I said from panel that I wasn't going to argue with the junkie. And then you turn around and you say something about my kid being a junkie. Well, guess what? My son has been in prison for 4 years. He looks damn healthy to me. As a matter of fact, he's had a couple of UAs and he's passed them. Could you do that? Could you go take a drug test and pass it? Could Lefty go take a drug test and pass it? I doubt it. Could Amanda go take one and pass it? Absolutely. Absolutely I could. And you know what's even worse is the fact that somehow you think, number one, that you have any fucking legitimacy on the fucking YouTube streets anymore, because you don't. Especially not after the other night's tweaked out fucking rant. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed my fucking ass off. I can't even lie. That shit was so funny. Okay. I agree. Control, Alt, Delete. I agree. Hey, Paps. But Betty, that dude sat up there and made you look so stupid, desperate, thirsty. I don't know. For even being with him. Like, really and truly, I thought you had better sense than that. I really did. Hey, be still and know. Oh, be still and listen. My bad. I mean, Betty, do you not get that this dude has put his life on display on YouTube? Oh, yeah, the fucking subliminal shit. I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Hey, Montauk. Like, you want to talk about fucking paranoid shit? That's some paranoid shit right there. Is when you're sitting there talking about people throwing out subliminals. No, I got pretty point blank with the things that I have to say. And if I'm not directing it at you, I'm not saying your name and directing it at you. I mean, if the shoe fits, you can put it on and wear that bitch. I don't give a fuck. But I've never had a problem speaking my piece. Not one. But Betty, the dude fucking was asking people to donate money so he could fucking get a tranny. I mean, really? And you know what? Pipe was the love of your life. You had such a crush on him until you didn't. Just like you say, Equalizer was a good friend of yours. I put the text out today showing where you were shit talking him to me. I forgot all about Jeremy M the other day when I was going down the list of all the dick hopping you've done. I still think you'd do better off with Eric, but that's my opinion. At least you ain't got to worry about him. I'm not going to say that. Anyways, moving on. Betty, if you would like to continue to dredge up the past to try to make me look bad, you go right ahead. I don't give a fuck. The fact of the matter is, you're not going to change anybody's mind. People already see it. They know it. And if somebody's mind happens to be changed, so be it. I really don't give a shit. So make yourself look more messed up, because you are. Be my guest. You're just going to give people more content and more things to go at you about. And I'm not talking about me. Because honestly, after listening to what Fumble had to say this morning, like, I could give a shit less if you took a hit and it dropped you dead. At this point, I don't give a fuck. But the fact is, you do need help. Like, you need some rehab or some inpatient treatment, something. Because you set up on Eric's the other day and said again out of your mouth, well, nobody believed me. Like, who gives a fuck who believes you? Are you kidding me? What are we, in kindergarten? You know, just do the right thing. I don't know how. Montauk, it's been a long time since I've been to an Aggie game. I'd rather go tailgate and watch the game on one of the big screen TVs at the tailgate. Tailgate's a lot more fun. And I mean, you can pretty much, you don't have to have volume on the TV because you're right there in a parking lot across the street from the stadium. So you can hear everything going on in the stadium. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Definitely something, if you ever come during football season and there's a home game, it's definitely something to experience. Hey, Crystal Ann. Hey, Nick. How are you? And, you know, Betty, you made a comment about, Roger doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She's not showing everything. I've showed what's important. without having to cut it up, clip it, piece it together. It's just straight out there. Hey, Graham. You know, I just put it out there the way that it came to me, the way that I have it. I'm not the one that does that shit. I've told you that before. I don't have time to do that kind of shit. And I don't care if something makes me look bad. I don't care at all. And yeah, if somebody is attempting to present themselves as a man while they're talking to someone, and then come to find out later they're a fucking woman, yeah, there's a problem with that. That's why your own friend says it in the text message that I posted, that she apologized because it was wrong. But you know, Betty, you did not have an obligation to tell me if that was a male or a female when I asked you. And you sat up there on Eric's panel and said at first that, no, that didn't happen. And then you turned around and finally admitted that you lied to me and said you didn't know. But you did know. And you had known. So while you're trying to discredit me for shit, you might want to go back when you were all spaced out and tweaking and listen to what you actually had to say. Because I noticed that when you make all your videos and shit, you really don't put your side in. I learned that with Fumble. It's very interesting. Very interesting how much you leave out of shit that you've done. But you want to put everybody else's business out there. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you something. I may not be skinny. I may not have smoked meth until I was fucking a size 8 or 10 or 6, whatever. No. Or my hair fell out. I didn't smoke meth. Period. But Betty, you used to be a bigger girl. I've never said I was skinny. Never said I was pretty or fine or anything like that. But I find it absolutely hilarious that you and your little group go around talking about, well, she couldn't get this and she couldn't get that, or she's desperate, or who would want to do that, when I assure you that there are probably more people out here that would fuck a fat girl before they fucked a goddamn tweaker. How about that? Especially one that likes to suck on dick that's been in a dude's butthole. So, before you go spouting off at the mouth, think about the fact that you haven't just been with one junkie. You've been with multiple. Oh yeah, Ken, she definitely is. She goes where the drugs are. Aw, thank you, Gra. I appreciate that. And I mean, look, I don't believe that Jim got all that information from laying pipe. I don't believe it. Could he have? Absolutely. He could have. But do I believe that he did? Nope. I sure don't. There's been too many things that have been said or that have come out that I think it came from Betty. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to have it. And I know she'll say, oh, I don't give a fuck. Well, do another video, bitch. Pull some more hair out that head. I mean, you got little sprigs anyway. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Bald head hoes. What you see, B? What you see? Bald head hoes. You ain't gotta worry about lice. Cause your bald headed ass couldn't roll your hair with rice. Yes, I'm gonna start working on my Christmas album soon. Don't be surprised if you end up getting a lyric or two about you. And no, Betty, I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying in general. Although I may have to do one for you. Fill the pipe with rocks of crack. Nyah, 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 nyah. Watch it melt the fat off your back. Nyah, 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 nyah. Nyah, 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 nyah. Sorry. $17 for 6 tacos. Damn, that's at Taco Bell. Those aren't even real tacos. That's pretty bad. I haven't been to Taco Bell in a long time either. I had to give it up a while back. It's just not the same. I'm not sure why, but it's not. I hate going down this road right here. So this thing will probably start buffering in a minute. If it does, just if you want to hang around, I'll be back as soon as it comes back on live. You like that one, Carmela? That was pretty good, wasn't it? Oh, marijuana tree. Oh, marijuana tree. You make me happy when I smoke your bud. You make me smile and get the munchies. And then all I want to do is love. So marijuana tree, marijuana tree. Sorry. You haven't been there since like the 90s? Oh my gosh. When I was in high school, we used to, well, like a couple of years before I got into high school, they closed campus for lunch, so you couldn't go off campus for lunch anymore. But we used to bribe the parking lot attendant guy with tacos, and that's what we would do. I remember when they had their mini menu, and you could get mini soft tacos, mini burritos, mini chalupas, and they were like 39, 59, 89 cents or some shit like that. I know that's right, Lemaine. Better believe it. I know y'all like my songs, huh? I do too. I just think them up in my brain. Oh, if you just knew how much I entertained myself, you'd understand why I'm crazy. You try living with me.
But I like myself, and I don't care. That's why I gotta make everybody believe me, because I like myself.
What the fuck? Shit is crazy. And people think I'm on fucking YouTube all the time. Psh. Man, look, I got other shit to do. I wish I could. Now, I'll stop in here and there. I've got channels that I get notifications when they go live, and I'll go drop in and say hello. And maybe I'd throw a couple inappropriate things in the chat. It's all right. But that doesn't mean that I'm available on YouTube all day. I wish I could sleep all day, but I don't have the ability to do that either. Well, how does Walk make her money? Ooh, I bet you'd like to know, wouldn't you? That's hilarious. It's easy to figure out who's talking to who when you tell somebody something that's just not true, and it ends up coming out later that that's what people think. But you know, I wish the damn gummies did something for me, but they just don't. I have to take way too many, and by the time you eat that many of them, you're probably going to end up with the shits. But I'm not like Eric Floss where I'll go shit on the floor somewhere. I do make it to the toilet. Oh, thank you, Shelly Ray. It's good to see you. Girl, you've been on point with your videos. You've had me dying. I will say, though, that the chicken in the water bowl the other day was probably my favorite. I found that on Snapchat the other day. And I made a real inappropriate video with it. So I didn't put it out because I guess people are running around YouTube strike happy. I'm not really sure, but that's right. Just do the right thing. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious at this point, you know? Pretty fucking obvious. And to be quite frank with you, like, she can share what the fuck ever because she don't have nothing new on me. Everything she's got is like 2-3 years old. It's just really sad. It's really sad, though, to me that she can't hold herself fucking accountable for her bullshit. And she steadily wants to point the finger somewhere else. I wasn't the one going around behind the scenes talking about her to every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry. No, she was doing that shit about me right after she left Jim's. But then she was telling me, oh, you're so great, you're so wonderful, blah, 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 blah. She's just like all the rest of the broke motherfuckers on here that'll fucking say and do whatever as long as you're donating money. Or she doesn't have to face confrontation because she doesn't like that at all. Party on, Garth. Ken, it started like I said, way back when she first left Jim's, I was already gone. Like, we didn't leave at the same time. And she was like very quiet and, you know, didn't really say anything. And she just kind of wanted to drift off and not be harassed or bothered. Well, of course that didn't work out because we all know how Jim is. So I basically created a ruckus with me and Jim so he'd focus more on me than on her. And a couple of us actually did that. And then finally she got away from Jim and she was with Fumble and them and everything, you know, was cool or whatever. And I mean, we've never been super, super close. Never been super close. But she's always gone behind the scenes and people, you know, how I do this that irritates her, or I do that irritates her, and this has been ongoing. And, you know, she ended up writing someone a message and was basically shit-talking me and another chick, and they sent it to us. And when I confronted her with it, she was like, that's not what I said. That wasn't me. She tried to blame it on a fake account or that somebody had altered it, but she could never show me her original messages. She showed me something that was copy and pasted. So since that time, I've liked her. I mean, we've had periods where we've gotten along. I just didn't trust her. I knew if I needed something, like if I wanted to know who somebody was or whatever, I could ask her or I could say something and she'd get it. And then she was on the OTT, Jim's OTT, and she screen records everything, like literally everything. And so when he would, you know, say shit like I'm a pedophile, that she would, you know, get it and clip it, and if I needed it, she would give it to me. You know, so it's what started it this time around, because she's been trying to do little shit behind the scenes to get different people to go at me, or they've done it thinking that they were protecting her or whatever. Like one girl had told me months prior to an incident that Betty had stolen money from her. That she had paid Betty to do some work, a video on something, and that Betty never did it. And Betty had taken money for it. I never said anything about it, but I told the girl, I was like, look, she's not like that. And me and Betty weren't even speaking at the time. This is the crazy part. We weren't even speaking at the time. But I told the girl, I was like, look, Betty's not like that. If you paid her to do something, you know, and it's taken too long for you or whatever, just reach out to her. She's a perfectionist. When she does her videos, she likes everything to be right. And I just can't see her taking off with your money. That's not her. And I never said anything to Betty or anybody else for that matter about it. Fast forward some months, and what happens is this crazy ass girl, that just observing chick, Joe, the bot busting bitch or whatever, she has a panel and she's pissed off because I didn't publicly apologize to her for something. God only knows. And so I go up there and try to reason with her and talk to her, and she's sitting there acting like she's never done a single thing wrong. When bullshit, she was the fucking person harassing Jonelle for forever, of which Jonelle is somebody else y'all don't know either. She was one of the ones that showed her titties on Jim's OTT, the homeless chick that he got kicked out of the shelter. Well, and then Joe got her kicked out of one of the shelters, got her fired from her job. I think Jim's probably gotten her fired from a job. I don't know. I don't know how all that worked out. But anyways, when all that went down, what Betty didn't realize is that Joe had told me this months ago. And so Joe's sitting up there playing like, you know, I'm a horrible person and she's this great, great individual. And I'm like, you sit here and act holier than thou, like you've never done a fucking thing wrong. She's like, I haven't done anything to hurt anyone. I said, oh really? Well, how about the money you said that Betty stole from you? Have you talked to her about that yet? Like, don't sit there and fucking play with me. Don't play with me. You know, and I'll tell anybody that. If I don't have a reason to go off on your ass, I won't go off on you. But don't sit there and fucking try to back me into a corner like you're holier than thou, or like you don't lie, and expect me just to roll over and take it. So that's just, and to be quite honest with everybody, I don't want to go back and forth with Betty. I really don't. But the fact of the matter is that her and her little boyfriend, thank you, Gra, I appreciate you. They did. They kept bringing up Bumble, and they kept bringing up me in chats. And she's like, I haven't been around. But you have. You've had little videos that you've put out, or channels that you've opened back up with those videos, until I finally said something. No, you're not going to come out directly and state your issue. You did a little sly shit like that. Just like all the little shit you fucking talked to Eric about us. Like, nobody's fucking dumb. People know what you do, Betty, because you've been doing it. And I'm not trying to intimidate you into shit. I'm just telling you, stop while you're ahead. Well, you're not really ahead, honestly. But stop before you remove doubt from everybody. And everybody sees what you are. Because there's still some people out there. Thank you so much for the floating heart. I appreciate it. She is a snake. She is. And you know what? She wouldn't be if she would just own it. But that's the problem, is she doesn't. She's always the victim. Always. Always. And she gets involved with people, and then when it goes south, all of a sudden they're the crazy ones. They're the stalkers. She's scared of this person and that person. I mean, I've got messages from her where she was scared of Jim and Mark. It's the same thing over and over. It's a cycle that repeats itself. I posted one the other day. I mean, maybe it was today. You know? It just, I don't get it. But then you want to cry and holler and scream and get all whacked out because somebody comes back at you with your bullshit. I don't know where you people can't seem to understand or get it through your fucking thick heads that if you don't want people fucking with you, stop fucking with them. Just stop. Before I started this live, I told somebody, look, there's nothing for me to win or lose from going back and forth with somebody. Nothing. I'm not getting money to go with her. I'm not getting more credibility. People like who they like. And that's, I mean, it doesn't matter what you say. We've seen it for how many years now? People's minds don't just change. You know, if somebody, I mean, look at the fucking idiots that still follow Jim. Doesn't matter how much he abuses them. Hey, Angela. So do I need to sit here and continue to do this day in and day out? No, I don't. It doesn't benefit me. I don't lose anything from it either. I mean, sometimes it's great to come on here and fucking wig out. Thank you, girl. I will. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping to again this weekend. But do I mind getting up here and blowing off some steam and talking some shit? Absolutely not. I don't mind it one bit. But that doesn't mean I'm fixing to go dig up, you know, shit in people's past and whatever else and like keep doing it over and over again. No, you can only say shit so many times before you start sounding like fucking the Pink Power Ranger. And who the fuck wants to sound like the Pink Power Ranger? I know I don't. Which I will say that so far, I mean, if this were a real fight, I have to give little sister some credit. He's kind of holding his own. He may be boring as fuck, but he did almost a whole show without talking about many of the haters. I think he may, thank you, Lady Nim. I appreciate that. I think he may have said my name one or two times, maybe. But I think before too long, they're going to end up back together. I think it'll probably be somewhere in the month of August or September. Maybe things will look a little different, but still the same deal. Because again, they've not really put out just a whole lot. Like, I didn't know where to look for the marriage certificate. I knew that JT and Laura were married. Like, I knew that. I just didn't know where to find the marriage certificate. But that's in Clark County, Nevada. June 2028. I have a feeling that June 19th of 2028, somewhere around the 18th birthday of Jim's daughter. I guess he doesn't realize that if that young lady wanted to sue him for back child support when she becomes an adult, she could do that, technically. But that's their business at this point. I'm glad people finally recognize that I've been telling the truth. Twisted Tea, I think that I honestly, like, I think that there's a few things that have happened that have been like real kind of real anger, if you really want to call it that. But no, they'd be going at each other much hard. Tell me, we've watched how Jim goes after everybody else. Why would he not, if he was really that ruthless, he'd be doing the same thing to his brother. Even more so. Even more so. I just, hey, Crazy Brett. Good to see you, Jolene. I just really believe that, that they're creating a big ruse to get people's attentions elsewhere. You know, while they try to do some underhanded stuff. The only problem is somebody backed themselves into a corner. But, I mean, I don't know how many times or how many ways I have to say that I'm not suing anybody. Like, whatever court cases that are happening right now, they have nothing to do with me. I was on the cease and desist. That was it. So, but yeah, I think that they had to do a little, and it's just me speculating. At this point, I have no proof of it. But I think what they did is they created all of this as a reason for them to have to split so that they could change ownership from Mark to Jim for the OTT. That's just my thoughts. And I heard somebody say the other day, I don't know if it was Mark or Jim, I think it was Mark, said something about, I don't know, me seeing some, what did he call it? Not affidavits. I don't know. He alluded to me seeing something that has to do with the court case. And I can assure you that I've seen nothing that has to do with the court case. I don't care what exhibits have been put in or what has not been put in or what was not accepted. I don't care, because that case has nothing to do with me. Nothing. And I love how they say, oh, that person's going to lose and it's all Watcher's fault. No, it's not. No, it's not. That person has become an adult recently. That person made a choice to stand up for themselves and their family because they were being relentlessly harassed and doxxed and having their lives fucked with. Like, that's the one thing that I've said is, like, if you want to talk shit on me all day long. That's cool. I can deal with that. I think a lot of people feel that way. But when you take it offline and then you start going at innocent people or families, family members, whatever, you've crossed the line. I personally, I hope that they get everything that they deserve, because I guarantee you there'll be a lot of people out there that would agree with what I'm about to say. They deserve a whole lot more than what they've gotten so far. Exactly, Angela. Leave family alone. You know, it's just like Flossie, you know, saying the shit about my son. I don't talk about his kids. As a matter of fact, just the other day, even after all the shit that he said, and it's not because I like him so much. That's not it. It's about having fucking some integrity. If something's not right, and you know it's not right, say something. There's too many people that'll go along to get along and don't have the balls. You know, people that actually stand up and speak the truth, are typically the ones that are called crazy or psychotic or liars. And it's because people don't want their fucking trash aired out there. Because they're used to being able to bat their eyes or say that they're this and they're the alpha and they're the best channel on YouTube or the what, when they weren't even supposed to be in a particular genre, but yet they're the best channel in that genre. No, sorry, doesn't work like that. I don't know. I don't. It just. It gets old. It gets old. It really does. Yeah. Well, and you know, I had to tell somebody, or I didn't have to tell them, but I did tell them because I meant it. You know, I told somebody earlier, hey, go where you want to go. Like who you want to like. I'm not going to pass judgment. I may have an opinion about something. It doesn't mean that because my opinion about something may not be favorable towards you that I'm going to dislike you or that I'm going to be ugly to you. I can disagree. Like I don't know when we lost the ability to be able to actually disagree with one another. Little baby deer over there, little baby deer. Sweet. But yeah, I really don't. Yep, they always kill the messenger. You got that right. You got that right. You know, it's just like, quite frankly, the shit with Eric. I didn't start that shit. But fucking A, man. You want to keep with the bullshit and keep going back and forth? Like, let's go. Let's go. Just don't start crying like a bitch when I deploy the same tactics that you use. Because that's what's happened. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, when I was back in college, in one of my psychology classes, my professor on the first day said, I want everybody to take out a piece of paper and I want you to write down what you think this means. And she said, we are all cognitive misers. And I went, what? A cognitive miser? I knew cognitive was thinking, but I didn't know what miser meant. And so I took a wild guess. And I said that I put on my piece of paper that, you know, it's someone who thinks slow. Hey, bitch. Well, I don't even know why I thought that, but I did. Anyways, so we turn it in and she's up there and she's reading them and, you know, people's answers, and she got through all of them and nobody had the right answer. I was the closest one, but I wasn't right. And she was like, a cognitive miser is a lazy thinker. And she said, we are all lazy thinkers until we're challenged to think more critically. Our minds will always take the easiest route from point A to point B, unless you train yourself to do otherwise. And I went, that's pretty interesting. I've never heard of that before. And I looked it up. And sure enough. So what some people call coming up with conspiracy theories or paranoia, no. I just like to look at things from different perspectives. And when I'm sitting there on the phone with someone who's supposed to be my friend, and we're sharing ideas that are not stated as fact, Because that party was just a way, Ruben, that, hey, we're just talking. But then it's turned around and told to other people like it was said as fact. I can understand why some people would think that I'm pretty fucking nuts. And hey, look, there have been some times that I've been off. I can't deny that either. I'm not perfect. I don't get shit right all the time. But if I get something wrong, fucking A. Like, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with getting it wrong. Most people don't. It's just those certain people that have something to prove because nobody believed them. Well, there's a reason why people don't believe you. It's because you fucking lie. You lie like a dog. But yeah, I will say that I am glad that even though I've got it, because yeah, I had to record that shit. I am glad she took it down. I won't be to use against her, nothing like that. I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm really not. I've said all that there is to say from my point of view. If she wants to keep fighting herself on it, she can be my guest. She can absolutely be my guest. Now, if she puts something out there that's just not true, then yeah, I'm going to have to correct that lie with the truth. However, that's if it's even worth correcting, to be quite frank. Because at this, I mean, you could say I had phone sex with the Pope. I wouldn't give a fuck. You send nudes to someone, so why would I give a shit? I mean, hell, somebody sent Jim a picture with your fucking glass dick laying in a basket beside you, or whatever the fuck that was. So, and to be quite frank with you, honestly, I don't give a shit who does drugs. I really don't. The problem I have is when you fucking lie about it and you're doing dope fiend shit. That's the problem I have. But, yep, Shelly Ray, I know. It's pretty fucking clear now. But I will say that YouTube, I won't say that I'm less forgiving, because I still forgive. I'm less apt to tolerate the bullshit as long. And I'm to a point now where if I'm over something, I can leave it alone and walk away from it. And I can forgive and let it go. It doesn't mean that I'm going to forget. So, used to, I would try to just forget, act like it never happened, and blah, 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 blah. Nope, not anymore. Not anymore. It's been proven to me that you can't do that with people on here. So, it is what it is. And somebody said it the other day, I've been guilty of it a time or two myself, where somebody is just absolutely 110% wonderful. They're the greatest person on earth until you start fighting with them. And then all of a sudden, and she says, oh, they're just saying the same thing Jim said and blah, 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 blah. Hell, y'all do it too. Yeah, Shelly Ray, it kind of did. It was sad. It was really sad. But I agree that she has the right to say whatever she wants to say. If she needed to get that off her chest to feel better, great. Again, I don't think it helped her much. Not where she wanted it to. But, yep, Teresa Marie, you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. It just, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Anyways, well, we've been on a little over an hour, and I'm almost to the house. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this damn thing off. But I'll tell you this much. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, yeah. BK, you're a bitch, dude. For real. You're a real fucking cunt. You came into MRE's chat acting like the fight we had was stupid, blah, 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 blah. Everything was cool. And you know what? Here you are again, talking shit. Now, I will admit, BK, you do say funny shit. You do. But I still think you're a big fat fucking pussy for flip-flopping so much. You can't talk about nobody else flip-flopping, so leave things alone about flip-flopping and everything else, because you're just as bad. Anyways, that's all I have to say tonight. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm sure I'll see a few of you around on the YouTube streets in a little bit. But if not, be blessed until I see you again. And while you're out there being blessed, be a blessing to someone else. Y'all come back now. You hear? Baby!